Welcome to Around the Blockchain. Today, we're talking about ETH yield skyrocketing. Should we be chasing yield or should we be running for the hills? USDC, is it falling apart? And the grayscale contagion starting from the SBF fallout. It's going to be a great episode. On the bottom right, we have Crypto Blood representing Detroit, but not 8 Mile. It's the 7th one. But he's around the way. He's Crypto Blood. I want to ask you, say you had a buddy coming from around the way. Let's say from 8 Mile. His name's Rabbit. When you have friends and colleagues, they come up to you and ask you about, this is offering free money. What do you say to them to try to show them the light, so to speak?
There is no free lunch. That's Econo 101. Okay. Stay clear of that. I think Kelly said, or maybe Cassius Clay said, I don't know which one, but 4% for me, 5%, somewhere around there is palatable, if you want to say, for me, DZ. And you start getting up in there 10, 15, 20%, 30%. At this point, I think we all should know if it's too good to be true, it probably is. So I stay away from those, like Cassius said. 4%, 5% is cool at this point for me, man.
All right, Crypto Blood, you say you don't like those APY yields. What about zero? Doesn't get much lower than that.
Bearish, bro. They did a deal with Hex.
Oh no! The torrential rainstorm you just unleashed.
Come for me, Hex.
All right, he's pulling altcoin daily, everybody. Crypto Blood, I want to ask you this. This is a theoretical here. Do you think that compliance with regulators might have anything to do with dropping that yield to zero?
I don't think so. I think I don't know who is. I think Kelly said it, but it's probably they got the whisper, right? They got something in their ear. Hey, look, guys, go to zero. There's some risk out there. You don't want to expose yourselves. And as Kelly said, you have to take on risk to render yield to the end user, right? To the customer. So they're not taking risk, i.e. 0% to you. So that's what it is. I think they're taking risk off in any of their positions out there. And so therefore they don't have anything to push on to you.
All right. Well, thank you for the alpha there. On that note, Blood, are there any coins on your radar over the next couple months that maybe have any big events looming in the near distance?
I don't know from a fundamental standpoint, but I mean, I like HBAR. I like, of course, Bitcoin. That's your staple. Ethereum is something you should definitely have.
Now, you were just at one of the OG Coins Summit. How did you feel after leaving that?
Yeah,
you want to share that experience?
Litecoin Summit. Yeah, Litecoin Summit was great, man. It was just good to get with people who kind of have the ethos of the old school way, right? Being self-sovereign, being your own bank. And so Litecoin is still around. That's what I said on stage. I said, look, out of all the coins that I named on stage, Prime Coin, Red Coin, I mean, you got Feather Coin right there. None of them are here, right? But Litecoin is still here, whether you like it or not. And I think it will still be around. Now, will it perform like these new coins? Maybe not, but you still need to pay homage to the OG coins, my friend.
Yeah. It's a little silver to the Bitcoin gold, as they
what you say, Crypto Lifer?
Almost doesn't get me in an Uber.
Crypto Blood, just talking about the Sam Bankman, saying they have to transfer the assets to the government. 2 questions. One, how is this going to impact LeBron's legacy? We're all definitely wondering that. Second, did their GDP? I mean, are they on the GDP list now? Do you think that they're going to end up maybe holding on to this for 5 years and then paying out everyone's fiat amount and maybe getting to keep a bunch of Bitcoin in the future? If they have Bitcoin?
I don't see how going the government route is going to speed up any of this for those who are owed money. The government typically takes longer than going through the traditional system. So, hey, good luck to those who have money in there. It's going to take some time and you're going to get pennies on the dollar. I just want to piggyback off of what Kelly said, because I really actually think that Grayscale might be a Trojan horse, man, because having that price
regulation
so much lower. No, for people like trying to buy Bitcoin, it's luring them into that
for
because
retail.
The price is lower. Right, retail. The price is lower, and it's a luring type of thing going on there, in my opinion. So I would stay away. We have to understand and educate everyone out there. Bitcoin is, like Kelly said, a self-sovereign entity or technology. It's a bearer asset, DZ. That means when you hold it, you have it. There are no liabilities against it. That's the beauty of Bitcoin. and other cryptocurrencies as well. So we need to just educate people during this holiday season. You know, it's a smear campaign going on out here in the crypto space or in the mainstream media about Bitcoin and crypto are crashing, it's dying. No, this is an FTX centralized situation. This has nothing to do with Bitcoin itself. That's all I got to say.
All right,
Pass
and
it
we
off
do have
to
a
Ron.
super chat from Chain Gains. What happens if the SEC deems ETH a security? I'll just go out. I would say 24% reduction in total crypto market cap. I think that's maybe 18%. I don't know. It depends on where we
But
at
logistically, what
with
happens?
overbought,
Like,
oversold. Yeah,
exchanges have to, you know, I mean, we
it'd
can't own
be
it anymore. You know,
yeah.
I'm
Brian
wondering how
Armstrong
that.
will have a very very large headache by the middle of that day, I'm sure. Crypto Blood narrowly edged out Cassius. It was because Cassius said Tupac was better than Biggie. I wasn't joking when I said I was sabotage your points. Crypto Blood,
I'm in
you
Oakland,
won.
man.
Feel free
I'm
to
with
take it
Cassius
away.
all day. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it, DZ. Shout out to Lifer, Cassius. Thanks for coming on. I think this is the first time. Kelly, that's my guy. Everyone out there, again, just this holiday season, let your friends and families know around that table it's not a crypto problem. This is a centralized situation. So let's not put that on crypto. The DeFi world is still moving on. They don't talk about that. But thumbs up around the blockchain. Subscribe to their new channel. All that good stuff. It's your boy Crypto Blood. I'm out here. Holla.
I'm gonna take it a further step. You tell them you have to buy crypto or you're not gonna make it, and then you dab on them at the Thanksgiving table. That's all we got today, Biz Squad. Until next time, DZ out.
Yo, what's going on? It's time for Around the Blockchain. It's me, the Nictator, Nick DeMundi. I'm your host. DZ's out. I unalived him. But in lieu of that, you've got probably the best Around the Blockchain all year. We've got amazing guests coming up. We've got Crypto Blood, the OG.
I'm here.
Living the lifestyle.
There's my
Some
2
people
cents.
would say that what Jordan Belfort did is what politicians do every day. But Crypto Blood, what does Belfort's recommendation of only Bitcoin and Ethereum say about the rest of the crypto ecosystem?
Well, first of all, Jordan Belfort, aka Harry Belafonte, doesn't he look a little bit like Harry Belafonte to me? I don't know. It's just me. But this guy, as Joel said, listen, man, I this is the same guy that said that Bitcoin and crypto were going away, right? Anyone who tells you that just a few years ago, I'm now supposed to listen to you on this case. I'm going to take the opposite. I'm going to be the contrarian and say whatever he says, do the opposite. Now, he does have a point, though. I will say this. Bitcoin is untouchable from the aspect of a regulatory risk. I think it's the lowest on the totem pole.
Yep.
But with that being said, that means your greatest gains aren't going to be from Bitcoin. If you got a low amount in your portfolio and you want to really maximize that, having it all in Bitcoin is not going to get you that $1 million Ferrari or whatever you want, a Monaco home or whatever, right? You're going to have to kind of go into the other areas, the altcoins, and risk more. And that's where your return is going to be. That's where your reward will be when you risk more. So it just depends on what your strategy is. If you're trying to mitigate risk as much as possible, I know that's an oxymoron in this crypto space. All of it is risky. But the least amount of risk is, of course, going with Bitcoin, because it is not going to be, you're not going to see that much regulatory risk with that coin. So I have to agree with him there. Ethereum, not so much. I think you still may have some issues with Ethereum.
Yeah, that's a really good point. It's tough to stop paying attention to them when especially a guy like Jordan is so good at getting attention, right? Like that's his bag. But I wouldn't put him in the same bucket as Kevin O'Leary, because Kevin O'Leary has like a lot of conflicts of interest. But he did flip flop, but he's been bullish on Bitcoin ever since. Let me go back to what he said real quick. He says when it goes back to Bitcoin, he says, I haven't sold one. I'm buying more. That's not to say I don't think it's going to go low, because I do think it's probably going to go a bit lower in the short term, but I believe in the long term. And if you hold these coins for 5 or 10 years, I believe those two have an excellent shot of being sustainably higher than what they are today. So Given all
Sure.
that,
I
okay,
mean, yeah, that's the obvious. I think he's not like Joel said, he's not bringing any alpha here. He's
yeah,
stating the freaking obvious. So yeah, his comments are really null and void in our opinions in the crypto space. We already know that. Everyone watching knows that.
yeah. So, Blood, like, what's gonna make a boomer? If you can piggyback off of this conversation, what Jordan Belfort says, what's gonna make a boomer or even a Gen Xer be interested and see the value of Ethereum?
Oh, Ethereum? Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I think that's a tougher one to sell
Hmm.
because you have to be, I think, a little bit more technical. You have to understand the difference between a Turing complete blockchain and a non-Turing complete blockchain.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with Ethereum, you can do more things with it. It's not just money. It's not just an asset, right? You can program. It's more programmable than Bitcoin is. So that's a conversation that is would take a little bit longer, and that person would have to have a better understanding of the tech side of things. But just simply, what Vanessa said is spot on. Try to take out 15 grand, not even 30. Try taking out 15 grand or wiring, needing to make a transaction to a family member, maybe in another country, for $10,000 and see how many loopholes you have to go through. And then you'll realize that, oh, shit, this is not my money, not your
Yeah.
keys, not your cheese. It is the same thing in the TradFi world. That money in that bank is not yours. So, hey, that is a very big point in my book is sovereignty, having self-sovereignty, being able to hold your own keys, not the government not being able to freeze your accounts, and you have the ability to do what you want to do with your money. Money is freedom in many instances, and we have been over the last 10 years, I would say longer than that, over the last 50 years, we've seen our freedom eroded because of how they're manipulating the money supply in the monetary system. So I'm gonna just make one more point. I think people should go watch what's the guy's name? He did the 7-part series on money years and years ago, about 6 or 7 years ago. Mike Maloney. Mike Maloney, that is a great start. I used to do that for all of my friends that were looking to get into crypto because initially, for you to understand crypto, you have to understand money or what
Yep.
money is not. And I think
Yep.
Mike Maloney does a great job in that series. So that's where I would point people to go first.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the US dollar, since it got off the gold standard in 1971, the US dollar has lost 98.7% of its purchasing power. Crypto Blood, let's put on our thinking caps here. If GBTC fails, where does all the Bitcoin go?
It gets liquidated. It was my assumption. So
To who?
at some point, the creditors, right? It's a line of creditors, so they have to liquidate and pay them back in that order, and that would definitely, I think, what does Grayscale have? Like 3% of all Bitcoin supply, something like that. It's up there.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that, but they have a large sum of the float of Bitcoin. Now that is, and I said this, Nick, on Around the Blockchain many episodes ago when Bitcoin was at $69,000. I said we're going to $20,000. People laughed at me. Cryptodamus is here again to tell you Grayscale is going to go under, and that will be the last capitulation move for us, I think, in the markets. That is not priced in at this point. I don't think Grayscale going under is priced in, but when it happens, we'll get that last dip. What price is that? Who knows? Okay. My magic ball, I do have one. It's just in the shop. So I can't tell you the price which we're going to drop to, but I think that is the last big shoe to drop, Nick, before we head higher.
Gotcha. So just as a talking point, the GBTC has 643,572,000 Bitcoin as of November 22nd. So there may be a little bit more now, but yeah, that's how much they got.
I will say, Nick, that I was talking to a OTC dealer about 2 weeks ago as I was trying to facilitate a deal. And he told me that Grayscale, or I shouldn't say Grayscale, Digital Currency Group was actually in the private market looking to raise another $2 billion. Now, we all know that Digital Currency Group their largest entity is Grayscale. So my assumption is that they were looking to raise that for Grayscale. And I don't know what happened, if it went through or not. But I think they're in some heavy mess right now. And I don't see, because there's no lender of last resort. This is the first time we get to experience this, what we should have seen in 2008, right? Where everything gets reset. We start afresh, we start anew, and we can move forward from here. I think we're going to see that in crypto, and it's going to be stronger and bigger and better once everything is, hashes out.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah. Yeah. Blood, what do you think? And obviously we're going to exclude stable coins, so you can't say BUSD.
Oh man, you took it away from me. Stable coins.
Not BUSD.
No, seriously.
No.
Stable coins are going to be the biggest thing in the next, whichever one, USDC or whatever. I said this years ago. I say we're going to get to a point where stable coin market cap is bigger than Bitcoin's.
Oh, really?
And that is still coming very soon. Yes, absolutely.
Like total or one?
One.
Okay, so there will be a homogeny of stable coins with one stable coin.
No, I'm saying one of the stable coins. There are many, right? I think it's going to be USDC. I think that's the chosen one. The government is, you can kind of draw the lines and parallels. I think at some point in the near future, it will have a larger market cap than Bitcoin. And that's what they want. I mean, because we can't really take advantage of that. Us crypto people can't take advantage of that. Yeah. So I see that the path for being the biggest crypto. But other than that, I'm very interested in HBAR still. I think that's a very unique. It has a different approach. I hate
that coin so much.
Not blockchain. It's not blockchain. It's a DAG. So I'm just saying, I'm a contrarian. So I'm like, hey, let's try to put some chips on something that has a different approach to consensus, and I think they may have some future upswings on there.
So does
Polygon?
Yeah. I want to push back on the HBAR thing, because I actually just did another deep dive on HBAR, and like, Blood, you're an OG. Like, you believe in the crypto ethos, but everything HBAR does.
He liked EOS.
He believes in the crypto EOS. Nice. Everything HBAR does and all their partnerships, they're very antithetical. They're very centralized. They're in the freaking World Economic Forum. So, like, how do you square that with your belief in decentralization?
Well, at least I'm going off of what they say. I'm taking their word that eventually it's going to broaden out. That the nodes, the node providers are going to get bigger and bigger as time goes by. So those World Economic Forum people and Tata and all those big Fortune 500 companies that are involved now will have a less and less impact on consensus, basically. So their goal is to spread it out over many thousands of companies.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah, they are the enterprise blockchain. That's one of my big gripes with XRP, is the fact that they require KYC of their validators. I'm not sure if HBAR does that as well, or if they're going to phase that out, kind of like how Cardano did. Well, folks, that's the show. That's Around the Blockchain, and it looks like Blood, with his undying support for centralized cryptocurrencies, has pulled in a win. Pulled in a win.
That's a good one, Nick.
Blood, take it away. Take it away. Congratulations.
Yeah. Hey, go follow Joel. Go follow Vanessa. I think she's just getting her stuff started. So definitely go support her, and go check out bloodalytics.com. If you guys need that edge on which direction we're going, you don't want it to hodl, bloodalytics.com is where it's at. Check me out.
All right. Thanks, squad. We will see you tomorrow.
Well, welcome to Around the Blockchain. A reminder, moving on January 2nd. This is a fantastic episode. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin's price. We're going to be talking about ETH volume going insane, PayPal teaming up with MetaMask, and Trump cards. That's right. We're going to talk about NFTs from Donald Trump himself. What is the market doing? Are they up? Are they down? What do they look like? You're going to definitely want to stick around for that. Fantastic show. On the top right, holding it down from the north side, it is Crypto Blood, and definitely can't wait to see what he says about Bitcoin. Also on the bottom left, one of the best micro gem hunters in the game, it is Joe Paris. And on the top left, Crypto Keeper, holding down that top left spot, the number one spot. But let's get into the market watch. It's been a little bit boring, and now we finally have Bitcoin moving more than 1%. but it's in the wrong direction. We are down currently about 2.5%. You can see it here, still trading above 17,000, 17,400. But there's something I want to ask to Crypto Blood here. If you look at the top 10, every single coin is in the red, except for Bitcoin on the 7-day chart there. Is this Crypto Blood, in your opinion, is this part of that slow grind of Bitcoin gaining dominance, or is this maybe just an outlier?
It's an outlier at this point. We're at a really critical area, and thanks for on. This is my 2 Satoshi chart I always go over daily on my channel. If you go back and look at here on November 10th, we had a big move, a lot of price action here. And so I circled this and made an arrow all the way over here to where we are today, or yesterday, actually, December 4th. Those are critical areas because at this peak here that happened on November 10th, we saw it move down, I think, 14% from that top. So when I see stuff like that, I always like to keep that in my mind. So we saw a similar move starting yesterday, right after our FOMC meeting. So we're at that critical area. As you see that turquoise trend line, we got to stay above that section. And as of right now, it's not looking good, my friend. So you got to watch that area. If we can get back above there, maybe about 6 or 7 candles on the hour chart, we are good to bounce off of there and head higher and try to take out that high, that previous high of around 18,200. But at this point, not looking good. Bloodalytics, man, we went short yesterday evening on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we've been short on Binance since Sunday, my friend. So hey, we're making money over here.
All right, and yeah, check out that live stream, Crypto Blood. He's always live streaming FOMC minutes. Some of them more important. Gary Gensler's talking. Yep. Crypto Blood is streaming it. All right, let's talk a little ETH as well. ETH also down on the weekly. You can see it also down on the daily a little bit more than Bitcoin. Currently trading $12,065. But there are now rumors that they're going to start testing the introduction of ETH withdrawals for ETH staking. There's something really there. You brought up a fantastic point, and that point is when Bitcoin halving goes live, you don't see Bitcoin spike immediately. You see it down the road, 6-7 months typically. Sometimes, I mean, you could play with the numbers, but it is down the road you see that spike. Crypto Blood, there is a reduction in the amount of ETH, and in the meantime, we're not releasing staking rewards at the moment, so we might have a little bit of a period where the number is going to go down as far as inflation goes. It's still inflating, just not as bad. Right. Can you see something similar? Could ETH copy Bitcoin where maybe it's going to be 6 months, 12 months down the line? Is there a possible bullish action a few months from now?
I don't think so. Unfortunately, I think it's all predicated on Bitcoin's direction. Unfortunately, still, I hate that I have to say that, but that's why I primarily only chart Bitcoin, because at the end of the day, if you're looking at it from a macro standpoint, Bitcoin is going to give you the direction of the crypto markets in totality. I want to just say one thing that Joe mentioned, and I think I have to agree with him on as far as how many people are going to be selling those stake tokens. You got to think of the demographic of that person. Who is the type of person that would put up money in 32 ETH, or if they didn't have that much less with a pool? What type of person would that be? That would probably be a person that doesn't need the money right away, right? So they have the propensity to probably not need it when they're able to unstake it. So I think the staking, or when you're able to unstake it and those funds, those ETH2 tokens get released, you're not going to see that much selling pressure. But I do see us heading lower with Ethereum in the next 6 months, just because of the economic landscape that we're in, DZ.
Okay, yeah, and I agree. I think at least 3 more quarters of a recession, so it doesn't look good until, close to this time next year.
We could see some issues if these institutions, and they have a lot of investments in stocks and other assets, those are plummeting. Then they might look at their ETH and go, "We're out of this too." So hopefully that helps answer that question.
Yeah, I didn't think about this. I wonder how many of those staking ETH were affected by FTX. Now, if all your money is in FTX, you may be liquidating some of those 32 ETH blocks, man.
Yeah, interesting. It's going to be interesting. It might take years, but we should find a lot of this missing money, and where did a lot of this ETH go? Where did a lot of this Bitcoin go? All right, well, let's talk a little about this PayPal MetaMask partnership. Crypto Blood, PayPal has a little MetaMask button in the corner. All you got to do is press it. It gives you a seed phrase. What percentage are going to hit that button?
First of all, DZ, I just got to get this off my chest. F PayPal as a money transmitter, Web2 company, and as an effing crew. And if you down with PayPal, F you too.
Then F you too.
We hit them up. We'll hit them up right now on the phone. We'll see what they think.
I'm not a PayPal fan anymore, man. This is you know what they did with their terms of services. We can't get down with PayPal anymore. But for those that may use it, I say small, like Keeper said, 2%, 5%, something 2%, very small.
All right, Crypto Blood, do you also envision maybe the same scary future?
Yeah, unfortunately, I got to go with Keeper. PayPal is PayPal.
Man, consensus getting no love here. I'm still jaded from $70, $100 gas fees, so I don't even like to use that thing. All right, let's talk about Donald Trump and Donald Trump's NFT. We have a couple tweets here. Altcoin Daily kind of spelled it out very well on his flip-flopping nature. Donald Trump in 21, this is a quote, "Crypto is dangerous. It could be an explosion like we have never seen before." This is him just now. "I'm doing my first official NFT collection." Well, you guys ready to see it? Are you sitting down at home? Are you sitting down? All right, here we go. This is I ranked it from most expensive to least expensive. This is his collection on OpenSea. You can see it right here, right now. He's done about 50 ETH in volume, 60. He is now up to 60 ETH in volume. Here you can see it in Charles Hoskinson's backyard. Here you can see him standing atop the globe. Here you can see fixing Hollywood and all the elites. Here you see him walking around Sandbox. Here he is, at a New York Mets game. And then, of course, him as he drives to the border as fast as possible to help build that wall. Now, these are called the Collect Trump cards. They're going to be they are minting on Polygon. They're still not minted out. I want to say it's $99. Laser Eyes, astronaut, John Wayne, a golfer, dark suits, tan suits, gold suits, surrounded by gold bars in a bank. And not only that, they also have a sweepstakes for certain prizes. Fun fact, and I'm not trying to push them or promote them. Don't do this, what I'm about to say. If you buy, I believe, 45, get it? You get a guaranteed ticket to a dinner with Donald Trump. Crypto
Today,
Blood.
that's what I'm saying. Half of them already gone. Yeah.
At $100. Yeah. I mean, and during a bear market, I mean, it's probably, I'm looking at just kind of thinking it probably will sell out here. Crypto Blood, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the secondary as well?
Wow, this is hilarious, bro. Like, I know you guys think this is a MAGA hat, but it's a Detroit hat, baby. This is a Detroit hat. Actually, I'm a Trump. I like Trump. I don't care. I say it loud. I'm back and I'm proud. I think that this is interesting, man. You got to give it to him because he's the first president former POTUS that is coming out with an NFT release. So this can be monumental here, man. I mean, good for him. I just think it's hilarious. I ain't buying none, but hey, more power to him.
All right, we're on the blockchain. I just updated. One just traded 41 seconds ago. We're just, we're just kind of having fun here. This is, oh wow, someone got one of the 8-bit styles here. Nice little mashup of art, photo, and block style here. That Reddit crowd can figure it out. I know the Trump fans can. Just having more fun here. We're just looking at the most recent one that was bought. I'm actually kind of having a good time clicking on these. Hey, it's Top Gun Maverick fans. Where you at? Here you go. Crypto Blood, you're about to say something here?
Hey, why don't we do the voting through NFTs? Maybe we'll get some transparency up in this month.
Okay. All right. Hey, I live in Georgia, so I can't comment on that. I want to be able to appear on YouTube tomorrow.
Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think if there's still utility, some distant future nebulous, you don't know when or where. The hype, the unknown is what keeps NFT projects high. If it's post,
just FYI, I see the chat rooms, talking about I'm Kanye support. Kanye's crazy. Let's just, so I'm not really a Kanye train rider.
Yeah, he's strong line. He likes fiscal conservative politics. I think he's fiscally financially savvy there. I think he just wanted to lose all his money to taxes there, I believe. Last question, rapid fire. I'm gonna ask everybody here. Same question. Last year he was against Bitcoin. Now he seems to be pro crypto. Why the change of heart? Crypto Blood, why do you think he's flip-flopping?
No, he's not flip-flopping. He doesn't like crypto. He doesn't like Bitcoin, in my opinion. No, seriously. I don't think he likes Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a threat to the establishment. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, MAGA hater or lover, he's still establishment, right? And so, if he's to become the president again, he wants to have control over the money, right? Money
Yeah, and
controls
he's
the
big
people.
on the dollar's hegemony for global
Yeah,
currency.
exactly. So
Mhm.
that I don't, I'm not buying that narrative that he likes Bitcoin and crypto. He's a capitalist and he's taking advantage of this NFT. And it's crazy because he's selling out this is the worst bear market I've seen
Not a
in
good time
crypto.
to launch an NFT.
Yeah,
But that's the
so
beauty of going outside the blockchain bubble. They don't know it's a bear market. They don't know Bitcoin's
right.
down. And
You're right. You're right.
I really hope
They
it's
keep
not you
looking
guys
at
at
it.
home watching, buying these up. Another one just sold 48 seconds ago. Let's just click. I have no idea what we're going to click on here. This is the one.
It's going to be
Just,
worth a lot, DZ. I think the secondary market is
I'm
going to be
actually
crazy,
becoming
bro.
more bullish off of sales data more than anything. I don't care
Yep.
about the dinner,
Yep.
the mint price. It's opening up to a lot of people. But Reddit collectibles show that there is an appetite for NFTs outside of the little bubble that we live in. People like
Right.
collectibles. People like digital collectibles. People like digital scarcity. They like provable scarcity. And this might be a good example of that NFT drop for you.
Them
I think
NFTs
that's
got him about 20 years younger. I mean, I'm looking at each one. It doesn't look 79.
it's a very, very sexy 79 here, right? Yeah, I'm about to have to try to convert some Polygon. That is all we have time for. So it is from Chi-Town. Wait, Crypto Blood, Kanye. Wait a minute.
Detroit.
Hold on. Wait a
Detroit.
minute. No,
No,
Detroit.
no,
Detroit. Okay.
Wrong
Detroit.
city and
Detroit.
everything.
8 mile, 8 mile, 7 mile, 9 mile.
8 miles.
That's right.
7 miles. 7 miles. 7 miles.
7 mile. Crypto Blood, feel free. Leave us with some parting thoughts. Tell us your thoughts on Kanye. Are you going to vote for him in 24?
Hell no, I vote for Kanye in 24. Thanks, DZ, for having me on. Keeper, as always, that's my guy. Joe, good seeing you, man. Go follow all these guys and check out bloodalytics.com. You guys want to get ahead of the curve? Check it out, bloodalytics.com. That's it, man. Thanks a lot.
That is all we got time for today, Bit Squad. Until next time. It's been a fantastic, very fun episode. Make sure you're hitting that like button on the way out. Make sure you go check out everyone's channels. They're putting out great content in their own unique way. That's all we got.
Thanks for tuning in and watching me win another episode of Around the Blockchain on the BitBoy Network. Link to the full video is in the description below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the CBTV YouTube channel. Holla!